All right, folks, we are back. Rob, I'm in the garage and I'm officially back. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm a little jealous that you are in the garage. Wish I would have done that one.
Feels good, man. I'm just warm enough where I don't need a hoodie. I'm a tad cold, but it's better than being inside.
Garage door open or closed?
It's open.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
There you go.
a little brisk, but like I said, I'm an outdoorsman. I like being
I
outside.
have
I'm
to
just a
agree.
whole different element out here. You know, I could be myself. I could, yell if I wanted to.
Right.
There's just something about being in your own garage.
I spent the whole day yesterday cleaning out mine, getting ready for this.
You know what that deserves, right?
What does it deserve?
That deserves a Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Greatest Friday night show ever.
It's up there. I mean, that full house. Look at this. I mean, we're off to a hot start already. Talking about old school, what 90s?
TGIF. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Dinosaurs. Another good one.
dinosaurs.
You don't remember show Dinosaurs?
Not really.
Oh, like that. I would say around the animatronics. Anyways, that was on Friday nights as well.
Yeah. Speaking of TV, let's talk about the Valspar.
You know what? I didn't watch as much as I wanted to. I was going back before between. Are you a basketball guy or no?
Yeah.
So did you fill out a bracket and do all that
No,
hoopla?
no, I haven't done that in probably like 8 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. So basically, I was getting at is like I was more paying attention to basketball than I was because of the pools I was in. I was paying attention to golf, so I was catching more of golf on my phone than anything.
I hear that. I mean, there was a ton of basketball on. So
Hmm.
I actually caught a bunch of it Saturday afternoon. Uh, Caught most of the Valspar Saturday morning, afternoon, Sunday. Didn't catch much of
Hmm.
it Thursday, Friday. Caught a little recap Friday night. Other than that, tuned in pretty late Saturday. Caught most of it Sunday. Um, Again, unreal tournament. Um, it was pretty cool to see, you know, JT, who's, the vet in the mix, and then,
Yeah,
a bunch of, I shouldn't say guys, Sam Burns has been there. Obviously, he's won
sure.
before, but you had, Mr. Riley. Um, it was kind of cool to see that back and forth. And then JT kind of make a charge, and then he kind of fell off. And then, um, you know, I thought it was definitely over with. And then you had Riley Birdie 17. I'm like, okay, now we got a match.
So that's when I caught it. I caught it to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, his putt on 17 was huge. And then obviously Sam Burns' putt in the second hole of the playoff.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell he was fired up.
Oh, heck yeah. And now he's not playing in the match play.
Yeah, he said, no thanks. I just took home, a mill and a half or whatever it is, and I'm going to be hung over this week. So I appreciate the offer, but I'll see you. I'll see you at the Masters.
I was laughing on Saturday seeing all the backlash on Twitter of JT's joggers. As soon as I saw the picture of that, I thought of you. I'm like, man, that's something Tom would probably pull.
That's outrageous that you would say. Do you want to know something funny though? I
You
can't.
liked them?
No. First of all, I'm I'm disgusted. You would think I would ever wear those. Number two, my brother-in-law said he owns a pair of joggers and he might bust them out this year because he saw JT wearing them. And I said, that's not a good decision. And I said, you better do it at like a ridge or like a country club where nobody's really going to say anything to you. If you go
Sure.
out to a public track wearing some joggers, you might be in for a long day. You really think I would wear joggers?
No, I'm just saying because you're Lululemon pants. Who knows what you're gonna try?
It still never came.
I know.
Yeah, no, I don't wear. I would never be.
I
in the jogger game.
I
One,
was laughing because everybody's like, well, what's the point in exposing your ankles? I was just dying laughing at that.
yeah, I don't know. It's just not. It's not me, man. I don't have the legs. If I had monster like calves and maybe some good looking ankles, I would think about it, but I don't. So the joggers are definitely not in my bag of tricks. So I don't, to be honest, like I don't hate the look. I just think it's very Euro, and it's whatever. Does it, you know, kind of
I,
bother me a bit? Yes, but certain guys could pull it off. I think JT's probably one of them.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what does it matter to him? He's getting paid to wear them.
Right. Yeah, I just think it's, it's definitely a handful of guys that could do that. Same with the hoodie too, though. Like him, Xander. Like I only feel like there's a couple guys that could get away with wearing a hoodie. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if a bigger guy was in a hoodie, it might look weird. Like if Shane Lowry was just in a hoodie, that might look a little weird.
The cashmere hoodie.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I do have to say though that the last 2 weeks, those FootJoys that JT's been rocking, whatever designer they partnered up with, man, those things are sharp.
The traditions.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think did they have a special like collab with a designer? I thought. Anyways, they're pretty sweet.
Yeah, he's always doing something. I feel like with either charity or some kind of team. But I do, and I'm not like a wingtip guy, and you could obviously get them up without the wingtip design, but I do like those traditions a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really had like an actual traditional golf shoe, like the old school, shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a cool hybrid,
Right.
like a mixture of modern / older. I was actually looking to pull the trigger on them. I never did.
The ones you tweeted out the other day, Puma, were pretty sharp.
Yeah, those what were those? The adapts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are sweet. Literally, I've been scouring for golf shoes, and I can't find a whole lot that I like. It's really only between like Travis Matthew and like,
Yeah. Are you talking about like the ones Rom and Burns wears?
yeah, no, I'm not talking about those, but those aren't very appealing either. And those are
No, but I was right. I was always like, because I couldn't figure out what he switched to, and then I saw that Burns had him on, so I looked him up, and I realized Travis Matthew had that line of golf shoe too.
Yeah, yeah. They, I don't know. For some reason, the golf shoe, I think their spikeless look weird. I think their spike look fine, but their spikeless look more like a wider like gym shoe. It's kind of, I don't know, no idea. But what's up with your boy Phil?
Yeah, I saw that before we just jumped on. It's I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that went down. Whether it's a mutual decision or his decision alone, who knows? But it's pretty crazy to see him not on the Masters list.
I feel like that was a decision from Mr. J. I feel like he was like, okay, well, you could either make this publicly, like essentially you resign, not resign, but you opt out, or we make an announcement, or, Augusta makes an announcement saying that you're, not welcome. Something along those lines. Unless like things are obviously super close to happening with the Super League and the PGL, and I don't know, man, it's crazy right now. I mean, I can't believe that news. It's happening a lot faster than I thought it was going to. But, last week with the news, with the, whole, 8 events.
Oh, the schedule. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the purse money, like it's crazy. I mean, I'm interested to see who else. And then people say like ever since Phil, kind of brought the house down, everybody jumped ship, but I don't think that's the case. I think all of these older guys, not older, but like, yeah, older, and then maybe like Bryson. I think a lot of them are willing to do it, regardless of the kind of backlash they take. I mean, if they've already created a schedule, they created a purse. I'm assuming they have to have players in order to do that.
Right. The field set.
Yeah, I mean, at least half the field set with like, some type of ambition to get, the rest of the field by the first event. But speaking of events, did you see the one event at Rich Harvest?
Yeah, I did see that.
That's gonna be on for sure going to that. It's crazy to me, but yeah, I think the whole Phil thing, I think that was probably, more of a PGA Tour thing, especially with, Jay's latest comments. When Phil wants to talk, I'll talk. I don't know. I'm assuming the PGA probably said, "Hey, Phil, are you possibly going to be playing in the Masters?" Well, we don't think you should. Something along those lines.
Yeah, you wonder how long that's going to go, though, right?
Right.
For this season.
Right. I think I saw today, Phil's played in the Masters since like 94.
Really? Well, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So it's kind of wild. But
so what did you think not seeing Tiger Woods on that list?
it's a great sign. That means he hasn't decommitted yet.
What did I listen to where they don't think we were like way off thinking he's even going to come back this season. And like the person said, they don't think he's coming back till his target date is Masters 2023.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. I think that was, maybe no laying up or somebody along those lines. But yeah, I think 2023 is. So the article was his range of motion is like far better than what he thought. He's basically almost at 100% like playing capacity, but it's just like the timeline of when he comes back to playing competitive golf is kind of just up in the air, right? So guys are saying that's like a year off. I'm like, a year off. I'm like, give the guy like 2-3 months, and how long does that take to get back to 100% playing capacity? So I don't know. I think it's more, especially with Tiger too. Like he's always in a different mindset. Sure, his body could be 100%, but even if his mental game's not there, he won't come back.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I think the Masters in literally 3 weeks is definitely not happening. But a year out, I would be shocked if that happened.
Do you have an early prediction of? I know this is getting way off subject, but I keep on thinking about it. But especially with the Phil talk today, do you have an idea who you think is going to win the Masters?
Mm-hmm. We got to save that for our Masters breakdown, Rob.
I know.
I can't give up.
I'm all giddy about it.
Yeah, same. But we'll definitely save that for our breakdown. But what we won't save is today's episode. And on today's episode, we're going to lay it out for all of the new guys who are kind of unaware of the podcast, right, and they could jump right into this episode and kind of get a good idea of what to expect. When we started this thing in 2019, right, it was just a league in year one. I mean, we were flying by the seat of our pants, right? It's evolved. We've evolved. We've brought on new additions. We've gotten rid of things. We've improved. And now it's kind of morphed into this legitimate Chicago golf tour, right? So right. I think with that being said, there is, a little bit higher expectation on our end because it is no longer just a league, right? It's something we're super passionate about. And we are for sure trying to build this huge community of amateur golfers in the Chicagoland area. And in doing that, we've brought on Slack, and Slack has been, since we introduced it, since we sent out invites last week, it's been awesome. I mean,
Yeah, I was quite surprised from just everybody just getting on just to say hi, start introducing themselves. It's really cool because you're right with your point of being like, last year and the year before, we didn't have anything like that. And, we know that people want to have a place to talk, right? To just say hi or talk about the tournament or talk about an event coming up, and to see, the first week of March, or I'm sorry, the first week of last week having to be out, people are just all over it already. It was pretty cool. That I was dying laughing because obviously you got the alerts, but like my phone, just the alert of so and so signed up, so and so signed up. I was like, holy crap, this is pretty sweet.
When we first sent out the invites, you mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's been the coolest part. I kind of took a step back when I sent out those invites. I'm like, dude, this is the start of it. This is the beginning of what could be something absolutely huge.
But yeah, it's between that and Slack, like the activity in the last week is pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Well, even this podcast, right? So this podcast started in what, October?
Yes.
So this is brand new. Again, we're just trying to get the word out, kind of build a brand, extend our reach, get guys to listen that, are just like us, just you and I, a couple average Joes, just who love the game of golf. We talk about it all day, right? We try to sprinkle in a little bit of what's new on the PGA Tour, and then kind of behind the scenes of what you and I deal with, and what goes into the CGT. So
sure.
Going back to expectations, right? So I'm coming in, right, and I'm excited to play, in an organized, competitive golf league. So, I'm joining. I'm expecting to play really good courses, meet some cool dudes that would typically go on, like, say, your golf buddy trips, right?
Exactly.
You kind of want that type of atmosphere, and obviously you're going to have your kind of laid back guys, and you're going to have kind of your more rowdy guys, and you're going to have a little mix of everything. You're going to have your business guys, your older crew. It's literally for everyone. The last couple of years we've had, guys as young as 21, and guys as old as what, 70 last year, 71. Yeah, it's just a great mix of guys, and from all walks of life, and it's just guys that really get out and enjoy playing. And then what comes along with that is everything that we're able to offer. So you're able to meet new people via Slack. I think primarily what I'm trying to get at is you could take as much out of it as you want.
Yeah.
It's there for your taking. We're
sure.
We're offering all of these different avenues for you to utilize. That's what they're there for. We want you guys to use them. We want you to have fun. We want you to be, competitive. We want you to uphold the integrity of the game.
Be honorable.
Yep. We want you to be honorable. We want you to be vocal. If you see something, say something. Especially, playing in a group. I've said it before. If you're playing with somebody and they're not too familiar, and don't get me wrong, not everybody knows the rules like the back of their hand. I mean, that's right. We're not the PGA Tour, but you should have some knowledge, and that's why we've posted, those top 5, most used penalties that we typically see. Now, if you see something, say something, and try to keep it within your group. That's all we ask. If it needs to go higher than that, then it'll go higher than that.
Right. I mean, it's just be respectful.
Right.
It's basically comes down to it. I mean, if I'm doing something wrong, I want to be told I'm doing something wrong. I'm not going to take offense to it.
Right.
I rather learn something that I didn't know than, So.
Right. And to your point, reach out and talk to your playing partners. Say, hey, for instance, maybe like a cart path relief. They're always kind of tricky, right? Depending on which side of the cart path you're on. And, the angle. It could get weird. Just talk to your playing partners. Hey, do you guys know which side? I know I'm on the left side here, but I have more room and I have my stance over here. Do you know if it matters? Some, I don't, that's just theoretical, right?
Sure.
So if there's a situation like that, then yeah, use your resources in your group and use your guys there. I'm sure there's somebody in that group that is going to be knowledgeable. And like I said, we encourage you guys to speak up. There has to be, some type of um, honor system. I mean, that's the game. That's the game.
I mean, that's the game of golf.
Yes.
I mean, that's plain and simple. I mean, we're all human beings. Treat each other how you want to be treated, and I think we'll all get along, and everything will be just fine. It's, I've been playing this game since I've been 9. I still learn things every season, right? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, the support's there. It's always going to be there. We're here to help people out, and make it enjoyable for them. So
I 1,000% agree. Going back to what Rob was saying, I mean, the support system is there. It is a community, right? So,
right.
I'd love for more guys to play together more often, even if it's not a CGT round. That's
right.
What we're here for, and that's what we're trying to start. So that's for you new guys. I'm super pumped, for you guys to experience the CGT in 2022, and our old guys. I appreciate the hell out of you. You guys have stuck with us, give us nothing but great feedback, and have helped us build what it is today. So
exactly.
Moving on, we have the Book It with T WGC Dell Match play picks.
Okay.
Anybody that you like heading?
I'm gonna have to go Spieth, man. I'm going Spieth.
What else is new?
Shocker. I know, but I saw T's picks earlier on Twitter, so I'm kind of just, the whole graphic on Spieth got me, so I'm there.
So this is a bracket I will fill out.
Yeah, I do enjoy doing that for this as well.
Yeah, but we'll dive right into T's picks and his long shot, 130-1. Mackenzie Hughes.
Okay.
75-1, Taylor Gooch. 60-1, Alex Noren. 35-1, Joaquin Niemann. And then his favorite, 25-1, Alexander Schauffele. And you could book it with T. It's definitely going to be a good one. So those are T's picks. All right, Rob, that brings us into the top 3. Are you ready for the top 3?
Oh yeah, let me hear it, man.
This is the first non-golf top 3.
Oh, you know what? To be honest with you, I was waiting for this. I kind of wanted to start doing this myself. So, all right, let me hear it.
I want to know your top 3 pizza joints.
Man, this can get, me in trouble. This can be a very hot topic, boiling point for some people. I would tell you the one pizza I don't like is Vito and Nick's. Terrible.
It's overrated.
Get that off my list. Top 3 pizza joints.
Doesn't even sniff my list.
Oh, it's terrible.
It used to be great 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, dude. My dad's side, not to get off subject, my dad's side, not every, but majority of birthdays would have to be there. We would eat there. It was, the corn melt, whatever. Sorry about that. But the top 3, I used to, because I grew up at 63rd and Cicero, so Lena's Pizza, that was the staple for Friday night. So that has to be on my list. Man, I'm gonna get some flack for this, but I like Aurelio's out here because of the sweet sauce. And then I have to say it's a toss up between Papa's, which is a joint out here, and then for some reason we're on this huge Nancy's kick. So Nancy's got to be my number 1 right now.
You're gonna catch a ton of heat for that Aurelio.
I know.
I mean, maybe just as much heat as the whole snack. Your top 3 snack. This very well could be up there.
I know.
And now that we have more listeners, you're
Yes.
gonna catch some heat for sure.
You don't like Aurelios?
Not really. I mean, it's not.
I do have to give it to you. Your Palermo's the other day was pretty good.
Oh yeah. So
All right, let me hear yours.
I've since had a new number one in the last like month. I mean, I've always been a Palermo's Rosangelos guy, so I would probably go Rosangelos number 3,
Okay.
number 2, and all of these pizzas have to be thin and crispy, well done.
Mm-hmm.
Just an FYI. And then the one who's just moved into the one hole recently, and this is going to catch some people off guard here. It is the Fox's Mochina pizza.
Okay. I was about to say, I hope it's not the Foxes around here because those are terrible as well.
So Western, they're all franchised. Anyways, Westerns is really good. It's sometimes hit or miss. Oak Lawn is nothing like Western, and Mochina is nothing like either. There's something about it. It's super thin, like cracker thin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have a theory that they use phyllo dough in their pizza dough because it's like flaky and buttery. It's ridiculous. Anyways, it's out by the in-laws, and every time we're out there now, I have to get a pizza on the way home. So
just eating it in the car.
Yeah, like, dude, I've been craving it for like months now. Like it's been a pretty bad addiction. But yeah, it's moved in my one hole like in the last 2 months. So
really,
yeah, it's kind of wild. But yeah, that's the top three.
That's a good question. I'd be curious to see what people have to say. So hit us up on Twitter and let us know your top 3.
Yeah, leave a comment here on YouTube, or like Rob said, hit us up on Twitter, IG. But until next time, Rob,
well, also don't forget about the season kickoff. We still got that going.
Correct. Make sure you guys register for the season kickoff. It's starting to build some momentum on Slack, but we want to fill this thing out, make it a big season kickoff. Get everybody together to start the season off. Obviously, it's Masters Saturday, so an excuse to go play golf and then watch the Masters.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a hell of a time. So grab 3 guys, get a team together, come on out. And until then, Rob, we'll see you in the fairway.
See you in the fairway, Tom.
See you, buddy.